Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching WYTV. You're welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. I know it's been so long. You've seen me on this show. It was because we need to get more things, for you guys in store. So my name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji. You can call me Sidon J on Moyagba, the only Idon on Wisdom Bia Television. And I'm not going to be doing this alone. I'm in the studio with.
I'm Ambassador Rochime Orilua, the son of the prophetess, the man where is Wike.
All right, I will do it on Let's Talk. This is where we talk. We don't just talk. We talk to educate, to informate, to gestimate, to entertain. Although most times we do talk to educate here, and we don't do the talking alone because it's not going to be only presenter centered. It's going to be presenter viewer centered. So you guys can actually talk in the comment section, or you can call the number you're seeing on your screen so you can contribute to the topic of today. So what's our topic for today? Our topic for today is being in peace. Being in peace is just like you just being on your own without no stress. You understand? So talking about being in peace, we get to know that, let's say my own contrary view about human beings is generally we find problems for ourselves. We are like God created us just like normally, but because of not being contented and because of what we cannot get to and we are trying to get to, let's say the stage, and so many things that surrounded us that we are looking at like, see my friend is doing this, see my brother is doing this, so we want to be on the same level with everybody. Everybody wants to be on the same level, which is not going to be. So that is the reason why sometimes we don't actually get the peace we want, and this thing has caused a lot of things, damages to our life. Talking about your health status, talking about your family, talking about your job, talking about your career, talking about the spiritual and the normal realm. Everything has to deal with your peace. Now we have different type of peace. We have inner peace. We have peace within people surrounding you. I'm talking about your family and friends. So let me start from you, sir. Most guys out there, most youths, let me use youth, but most especially male, most of them, they feel the only way they could get peace is to just get high, or let me say to just get so that they can just be on their own without talking to no one and keeping things to themselves. Even when they are facing challenges, based on their health status, they will still keep it to themselves to the extent of growing, and they will feel like, okay, I'm now depressed. What's the next thing? Maybe to commit suicide or to just do something harmful to themselves.
That is not how to be in peace. Number one, it is always good to be at peace with everybody within the place you live, within your working place, within your environment, within your co-friends. It is always good to live at peace and harmony with every person, most especially when you look at the condition of Nigerians today. We have a lot of people out there facing one or two challenges today, but everybody is just trying to keep it within himself. Somebody who has not eaten for the past 2-3 days now, you now went ahead to the extent in which you are making trouble with that person. At the end of the day, it turns to fight. Maybe one blow that you gave to the person.
One blow, seven died.
One blow, seven died. The guy fell on the floor. He could not stand up, and he has not eaten for the past 3 days. At the end of the day, the Yoruba proverb says, may God not let us fight somebody who is dead is close. But when the guy died now, before you got to know, you'll be arrested and you put yourself to blame at the end of the day.
Yes, sir. But then, but before we talk about peace within the friends and family, let's talk about inner peace.
Inner peace.
Peace within ourselves.
Inner peace. The inner peace, let me define inner peace. Peace within yourself is that where the situation of the country will not give you peace. If you don't make yourself happy, nobody is ready to make you happy. One thing I normally do early in the morning whenever I wake up, after waking up my morning devotion, you know what? I normally put on the music. I will dance like 30 minutes. After the dancing, I will now go back to the bedroom, shower, dress up, then come back,
to work.
come to work. And that's not what I'm saying, because I know within my environment, nobody is ready out there.
So you just chip in a therapy for people.
Yes, for them to know that. So we have a lot of stress that we are going on in Nigeria, that we are going through in Nigeria. Now let me give you a definition. There is two sheep. A man has two sheep, which we call agutan in the Yoruba language. Two sheep. Then what happened to the two sheep? The man tried to feed them to the capacity. They were both fat. Then one day the man had to separate that two sheep, put the two in a different cage. Okay. Then one directly was facing a wolf that the man has in his house. A wolf was opposite the other one, the sheep. While the other sheep was facing nothing but what the other sheep is eating. At the end of the day, for good 7 days, after the 7th day, early in the morning, when the man could get to the sheep that was facing the wolf directly, on getting there, the sheep died.
Wow.
What happened? Because what the sheep was facing was the sheep anxiety, hoping that one day it was being fed for the wolf directly, that one day the wolf might have end up devouring.
It's going to end up being the food to the wolf.
To the wolf. The sheep, the other ones that was facing nothing was still there, living healthy. So your lifespan depends on your emotional thinking and what you have in your system going through it. So if you don't know how to manage those things before you get to know, you will end up dying without living long.
Well, thank you so much for that, because I could, get something out of the lesson you just dropped. Seeing the two sheep being together, being separated, and one facing wolf, one being alone. The anxiety, like the thought that one day I'll end up being this wolf's food is the one that killed the first sheep, if I may get it right.
Yes,
exactly. Exactly what is going on in our society now. You see, one of the things that is making youth of nowadays to feel they are not having inner peace within them is because of what they are seeing out there.
Out there, yes, exactly.
You see, I met a boy. I won't say he's a guy. I would say a boy, a very young boy. I was asking him, Alpha, what do you want to become in your life? He said, I don't know, because my dad was an Okada man.
Excuse me.
Well, that was an Okada rider before he died. And since then, I've been managing one room with my mom and my siblings. So all I want to do in my life is just to do fraud, because there is no work to do. I was not like, now from your age, you're just 12 and you're having it in mind already that you want to do fraud. Which means you're really giving yourself problem
right from the days of our youth.
Yes, because even to start fraud takes time. And it takes so many things. You get all the gadgets for you to start fraud, and sometimes they will tell you you must do this, you must do all
this kind of thing. At the end of the day, all this processing,
and all this process is going to cause things that will not give you inner peace.
Inner peace.
Now, inner peace can be defined as the state of physical and spiritual calmness despite stress that you're facing. The ability for you to calm yourself.
To calm yourself down, despite all the challenges that you are facing.
You said something that sometimes you just feel like dancing.
Yes, that is what I do early in the morning. That's what I do.
My dad, let me use my dad as an example. There's something I got to learn from my dad. When my dad feels that he's being stressed, like so many things going on in his head, do you know what he will do? He just tell us, we would like to go out. To ask his sons and daughters, we would like to go out with me. We wouldn't like to go out with him. Why? Because where he's going to is not going to favor
you people.
He will just drive you to one under big tree that elderly people are. Some people are playing drafts. Some people will be playing all this ayo, and my dad enjoy it. After playing games there under that tree, he will come home and sleep. That's where he found his peace.
You see, my own, I don't even wait there. I have a lot of burden in my head. Before I dance to music, that's the daily exercise that I do. Daily exercise. Then even if there is no light, I put on the generator. Then what do I do? Listen to Barrister music. The last song he sang before he died.
That's a controversy.
Well,
finding peace within yourself has to do with happiness, contentment, and bliss. No matter how difficult things get in your life, you need to be contented. You need to be happy, no matter what is going on with you. Because if you bring out your challenges, like these are the things you're facing in life, you don't call your friend like, Alpha, see what I'm facing. If your friend should open his mouth, or her mouth to tell you what he or she is facing, you just thank God for your life.
Thank God for your life.
My own still small. So
there is need to calm down, put yourself together, then you pray as if everything depends on God. Then you walk as if everything depends on you. It is only God that can make all those things to work. There is no amount of things that you do. Even all these Yahoo guys that go to the extent of defrauding people, or if you could recollect now that those people, they are not even frauding people again. They have add extra Yahoo plus into what they are doing. For them to have made that money, do you know the consequence at the end of the day? Most of the people out there today that are into Yahoo don't even want to mind the consequence. Though the consequence will be told to them, but at the end of the day, they will tell you.
This Babalawo or Afa does all these things for them. Most of them don't tell them.
The consequence. What they want to do is just to get rich by force, based on you assist some of their friends out there that are riding on big cars, that are living in a good house. But I want you to know that God's time is the best, and it has a purpose for everybody's life. Your own time is different from mine. You might ride your own car at the age of 18 years, while my own car will be at the age of 40 years. That does not mean I didn't ride the best car of my choice.
But I want to chip in this before we go on the short commercial break, because the sponsor for this show is Nokpa Herbals and King Victor Nigeria Enterprise. So we'll go on the short commercial break. But before then, sir, do you know that too much of everything is bad? Because I get to see, like, most people that is not finding peace within themselves because of what they are thinking or what they're putting in their head. What causes is mostly money. Like they don't have money, they need money. Do you know, if you have too much money, it's another problem.
Listen, do you know how many people out there that they have money, that they are looking for peace, that they are looking for good health? A lot of them are lying down there in the hospital, praying to God that God should take away the money so he can restore peace to them, so they can have peace of mind. How many rich men are there out there that have not even closed their eyes for the past 2 weeks? Now you don't have money. Truly, it's good to have money. And most of the problems we have today is money. And money is not most of the problem. Number one is to make yourself happy, either good or bad. Make yourself happy, because the table normally turns round.
Exactly.
One day it will get to your turn that the table is going to favor you. So how many people do you want to tell out there? When you begin to think about your present condition and the present situation of the country, before you get to know, it may lead to a stroke. At the end of the day, when the money comes, you use the money that you are supposed to use to take care of yourself, to take care of yourself and your family. You begin to use the money to buy drugs here and there.
Well, we don't pray for that. I don't pray for stroke for you. I don't pray for me, and I don't pray for you, sir, because that's one of the most dangerous thing that happens to human without asking for it. So, and people normally have stroke when there is too much of thinking. When you think too much, it leads to stroke, and so many things that people take with their youthful age that they don't even know the repercussions. But at the end of the day, they end up having stroke. Well, let's go on a short commercial break. When we're back, we'll tell you some things that you need to do to find peace within yourself and your family. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere.
Nokpa for management of power.
Welcome back from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals. Well, now we want to talk about things that we need to do to get peace within us. And I know some of these things may be difficult for you to do, but if you try it, you will just see that your brain will just wipe. Everything will just be normal for you, to be sincere. The first thing is meditate. Meditating yourself. Meditation has to do is all about mental silence. When you are just within yourself, you try to look at things that you've done before, and things that you are hoping to do. Just put your mind. Let me say this before you talk. There are sometimes that you'll be feeling like, I can become the president of Nigeria. You started like that, and you started working towards it, and maybe all of a sudden something happened, and that dream had to get out of your life. You feel like, I can meet up with this target that I'm looking up to. But then that's not the end. Sometimes, if you do not have challenges, you cannot move on in life. Challenges will ginger your spirit. It's not to wreck you. Even if you check all the prophets that come to this life, most of them face challenges.
Exactly the point. Exactly the point. Let me come in by saying this. Whenever people come to me, because I'm a counselor, I do counsel people for marriage and pertaining to what the challenges or what you are facing in life. But one thing I do tell them is this. That has been my usual proverb. That your wilderness experience ends when you begin to see beyond the invisible. I was in a single room when I saw the house that I'm about to build. I've not even bought a land. When God showed me my own house, then I was in a single room. Even I was unable to pay my house rent then.
Wow.
Then God brought the vision of my future to me. What is he telling me? He said, your wilderness experience ends when you begin to see beyond the invisible, beyond your problem that you are into. According to what you say, what can you do to make yourself happy? Today, you don't have money. You don't have anything to eat. You see yourself as if you are giving it out to those that are poor and the needy. Exactly. Before you get to know, you begin to have peace of mind. Because no condition here on earth that is permanent.
Exactly.
If Olusegun Obasanjo could be in prison yesterday
and be
the president of the nation today, anything can happen to you at any time.
So please, we need to be meditating. You know, sometimes just put your head down. You don't need to sleep. Take a nap. When you see that you are thinking too much and everything is getting out of hand, just take a nap. Just put your head on your pillow. Start reasoning the good things that has happened to your life. You know, when you were growing up till the stage you are. You understand? Very soon, things will work out the way you want it. Well, the next one is make sure you take a break from social media.
Because a lot of things that you see out there, most of them are fake lives.
I said it will be difficult for some people. As I said it, I know someone here.
I don't know, maybe because of the nature that God gave to me. There is nothing I see on social media that freaks you. It doesn't freak me, because I know I'm here today, tomorrow I might be there. I don't have problem with all this.
Let me give an example. Let me buttress that. Let me give one of the reasons why I said you should take a break from social media. I didn't say you should delete your social media platforms. I didn't say you should stop going on social media. But when you feel like, I do not have peace within me, something is doing me. See, let me give you one example. There was a day I was on Facebook. I saw one of my childhood friends. He uploaded a picture he was in Canada. And I tried to chat him up, what's up now? It's been a long time. I said, I've been in Canada for the past 10 years. You know, if I'm not contented and I don't have peace within me.
Now you say it's your childhood friend. How come are you still in Nigeria?
I was using 10 MB, 10 megabytes to message this guy. I did not even have sub. I'm using, even it gets to a state I was using free Facebook. But then, because I have peace
of mind,
I'm contented, and I have vision, I have hope.
And you see that guy chatting with that guy, hoping that one day you two will be in Canada and somebody will be chatting you from Nigeria. That's life.
That's why I said you have to see beyond your invisible.
And let me tell you, are you traveling out of the country is not really going to solve a lot of people's problems. Do you know we have many people that travel out of the country, at the end of the day they came back empty-handed. That will never be our portion.
Amen.
Why we have some people here, go to the village today. Those people you left in the village when you came to the city to look for your daily needs, go back to the village. The clothes that you are putting on to go to the village to go and do shakara, you meet it on them taking those clothes to the farm. Wow. So what are you now saying? That you are poor today does not mean you can't be rich tomorrow. Number one, give yourself a rest of mind. Why he said taking a break from the social media. If you know the kind of person you are, you can take your break from the social media. But for me, I don't see myself taking a break from the social media, because at times when I feel lonely, I do go to the social media.
Sir, let me try to explain that part. I'm not saying stop social media.
Social media.
You know, sometimes you may feel intimidated. You may get intimidated, and you may feel, what is going on with me? Why am I feeling like this? Is it because of sometimes your friends that that you grew up together, or you are doing things, maybe colleagues at work, and you see what they are uploading, you see what they are doing, and you've not gotten to that stage. It can actually lead to not being peaceful within you. You know, we are different. We are different.
It's only
human
because
beings.
you are not content in yourself and you don't believe in yourself.
Exactly.
If you believe in yourself, you don't be freak with what people are uploading out there. And let me tell you this, even though they are not living fake lives, if truly they have those things in their possession, are you telling me some years back when B2 came, when Volkswagen came, those that don't have the money to buy Volkswagen then, we'll be looking at those that have the money to buy Volkswagen then as somebody who is very important in the society.
Exactly.
Now today, can you now buy a Volkswagen B2 and say you want to compare it with somebody that rides on Benz? It has a time. We have, under this art, we have a time and purpose for everything.
Exactly.
And let me tell you this, if you look at another man's race to run your race, before you get to know you will get inside a pitch.
Well, the next one we are going to talk about, because we don't have so much time on our side, practice breath work. You know, sometimes when you feel like, this thing in my head is too much, just breathe in and breathe out 3 times. Everything will be solved. To be sincere, just do it from the bottom of your heart. Just be like, 3 times. Before you know it, you will just see that it seems I'm okay. Like, try to be practicing that breath work. It will actually work for you, because most people don't believe in all those small therapy.
Therapy.
Yes, they see like, wait till this one want to show you one.
Like the one that I
money.
said that my morning therapy is just to play music that of my choice and dance. That's my morning therapy that normally gives me joy. Even my wife knew. Whenever she heard that I put on the gen, or when there is light, I put on the music. He knows the music. When she comes out from my room like this, she found me in the sitting room dancing.
Well, the next one we are going to be talking about, which you can do to find peace within yourself, is to be kind to the world around you. Be kind to yourself and everyone around you. That's what I mean. Because sometimes when you are not kind to yourself, some people are so stingy to the extent that when they buy food, to buy one meat on top
of that food, you know how many days you are going to spend on that. It's better you eat better food, but you know. It was in the olden days, in the ancient days, that people live long, like 2,000 years, that your life starts when you are still at 100 years. But today, now, according to what the scripture says, 70 years is the numbers of your year. Any extra one that is added to it is by strife. So when you are out there, eat to your satisfaction.
You know, that's one of my brother that was saying, Fata Sarah.
So
Fata said no.
I
Enjoy.
I believe nobody needs to preach to you before you know that you need to take care of yourself.
So as you are taking care of yourself, make sure you are taking care of everyone around you. If you have the capacity, don't do past yourself. You understand? Now, I want you to know something, that if you are happy within yourself and people around you is happy, you will see that the peace will just be growing. The kind of peace you have within yourself will be okay. Because me, that when I have 1 million naira, let me say when I have 1,000 naira, okay, I have someone around me that doesn't even have 5 naira. Okay, out of this 1,000 naira, manage this 100 naira.
Manage this 100 naira. At least the table may turn to that person tomorrow,
and the person will come back to help.
Manage this 10,000 naira for me, based on what you have done in the past. So try to live with peace with your neighbors. Then be a cheerful giver.
Well, another one we need to talk about to find peace within yourself is take a walk in nature. You know, sometimes you can just you can just find a very calm place, maybe under a tree or maybe a garden. Just walk around, take a walk on the lawn. Maybe there's flowers there, you know, a garden that we have different kind of birds singing and flying all around, and the atmosphere there is just calm and cool. You know, just take a walk, just be wandering, looking at things, look at the sky, you can even take your phone.
Let me illustrate your point. There was a friend of mine, has his father in the village, and the father do complain about different kind of illness in his body. So what my friend now did was that he had to travel down to the village. He took his father from the village to Lagos. He took him to VI. He took him to Ikoyi, Lekki Phase 1, Lekki Phase 2, different kind of places.
Different
locations. When the father came back in the evening, they came back home in the evening around 6. The man slept till 7 a.m.
Wow.
The following day. When the man woke up, he was ill. He had to tell his son to take him back to his village. That is okay. What happened? Because of the beautiful things. He's tired of what he's seen in the village. He had to relocate and change it. He had to change his location and see a lot of. So you too, likewise, you might be tired of what you are seeing within your environment.
Exactly.
Change location. You can go around, take a walk, go around. At times you may be in a place where you see two chickens fighting each other. Before
you watching that
before you get to know, you have peace of mind.
Exactly.
Watching two chicken fighting or watching two goats fight, you say, oh, this thing still exists too.
I'm telling you. And don't forget that most of you, like someone like me, I love beach a lot. I love going to beach. Like if I go to beach, I do feel like I'm not in this world anymore. Even if the beach is beside my house, if I go there, I'll still feel like, this thing makes sense. All right, the next one is laugh as much as you can.
Oh, that's the most.
You see, sometimes when you laugh, let people say, your own self is too much. Why? So I have some people, some old people around my street. If you give them, like, they should carry your baby just to carry your baby for 5 minutes, the baby will start crying. And I do tell people that it is because these people, they don't smile. They don't laugh every time. Just like even soldiers are smiling these days. Because before that, they will say, soldier, try as much as possible to be laughing.
Watch things that will make you laugh. Watch comedies.
Yes, you have lots of comedies on phone.
You have your phone now. You can watch comedies. You can subscribe to the comedies of your choice. Then from there, you see a lot of things that will make you laugh.
Even watch Wisdom TV. You laugh.
Why laughing? As you are seeing Ambassador Rilu now, I believe you'll be laughing now.
Exactly.
That this guy, with the little that God has given to him, at least he can still share the experience with you. So keep laughing. If you laugh away your problem and your sorrow, before you get to know the joy will be filled.
Sometimes when I laugh, I do cry. All right. Then another thing is try as much as possible to be expressing yourself. No matter what you are feeling, no matter what is going on through you, no matter what you are going through, rather, try as much as possible to have someone you are talking with. Like you are telling.
Share your experience. Share your feelings. Even share your pain. Share your pain.
Because if you don't share it, it will be a burden on you. And before you know it, you won't find peace within yourself. So let people know what is wrong with you. If you feel somehow, say, now malaria they do you, I've been at depression.
Because there might be people out there that may have solution to what you are going through. So you keeping your problem within yourself, the problem is not going to be solved. So problem share is half solved. Try to share your feelings with others.
Then the last one, but not the least, that we are going to stop on today, talking about, if you're just joining live, what we're actually talking about is being in peace and how you are going to have peace within yourself and people around you. Now, and the last one I'm going to be talking about is trying to mind your business. When you are minding your business, you don't have time for it. If they call you to do this,
don't poke nose too much on other people's affairs.
Minding your business is the best key to have peace. Because number one, like you see some people fighting. Instead of you to just, if they call you, you just go there, instead of you to, some people, instead of them to stop the fight, they'll be like, they
will add more problem to it.
Now add more to the fight. Which is not supposed to be like that. Minding your business will give you a lot of peace because you don't know who is who. Sometimes some people want the Foriko Japan.
You don't know. That's the reason why I said when we first started that it is better you always stay at peace and harmony with your fellow friends and colleagues, because you don't know. You see, the stress of Nigeria, the problem of Nigeria has so much sink into our brain now that whenever we see anything out there, we say, Nigeria. Maybe an Okada man now took you from one place. As you were going, you met a bad portion of the road, and the Okada was trying to fall you down. Say, please don't fall me down. See what our country has done to. So if you are doing that, you are seeking the problem of Nigerian to you. Let Nigerian bear his own problem. You go on your own. Be at peace with everybody.
And don't forget the one I said earlier, please eat good food. Spend your money on yourself. Spend your money on people around you. The money you are keeping, you leave it one day, and bank will just chop them or make.
You don't know how many people's money the bank has taken away. Most of the men that die today, that their wife don't even
I'm
know what is
telling
there
you.
in the bank. They'll begin to go to the bank at the end of the day, come today, come tomorrow. When
They
the
will-
stress
they'll
is
get
too
tired.
much, you just forget about it. Everything will be eaten by the bank manager. So please, once you have the money, cook. You know, there was yesterday before I got home, I called my wife. Please, I needed to eat pounded yam. That scent leaf. I told her, go and fetch me scent
I've been
leaf.
want to chop that thing too.
Go and fetch me scent leaf. After fetching me scent leaf, you know how to prepare it. You mix it with pepper. I told her not to use Maggi. I've stopped eating Maggi for a very long time now.
That's another therapy from elder.
I do use this when I remember now. I will let you know.
Locust beans.
The locust beans, number one. There is turmeric powder.
Okay.
Grounded turmeric powder is what I use instead of using Maggi. Then after cooking that, I said, please make sure that you add much locust beans into it. Then tell my younger sister to go and pound me yam before I came. That was exactly what I love to eat that yesterday. When I got home, immediately they served my food. I had the pounded yam. After eating the pounded yam, I listened to music, then go to my bed.
All right, I think some of you will have been salivating like, I want to eat pounded yam too. Don't worry, you can actually.
Now, let me come in. If somebody comes in now and saw the scent leaf that I was leaving, he will think as if I don't have money to cook better soup.
Exactly.
Because the face of the scent leaf is not fanimorous. You won't see it if I call you to come and eat, except you know much about that soup that will make you to come and sit down.
It's a local soup.
Local soup that will make you to come and sit down and eat with me. But that local soup does a lot of illness in my system.
Exactly. Well, this is where we are going to be ending it on Let's Talk today. Don't forget that the sponsor for this show is still Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J. Omo Yagba, the only Idon on Wisdom Yard Television. Thank you so much for all this, your especially this food. I'll go and try it. We'll see you again next time on Saturday. Let's join ourselves on Let's Talk again, because I can't wait to give you guys another hot topic on that Saturday. So expect Sidon J and expect Elder. Bye for now. Have a wonderful day.